again, the number one go-to for me, if I'm looking at serious stuff like infections, if I'm looking at, again, advanced cases of viruses, MMS. And guys, again, I'll get lambasted for it if this went public, but I have absolutely no doubt that you could cure any kind of corona-based virus within 48 hours using an MMS protocol. It's proven time and time again. And again, I have to, for some status-seeking journalist takes this out of context.
Did someone say status-seeking journalist? Taking it out of context? Peter, I'm offended right now. I'm going to show you this very much in context, but I want you to understand Peter's first reaction, first defense for these comments is going to be, hey, he took it out of context. So I want you guys to understand something, okay? You cannot, without breaking copyright infringement, play someone's whole clip. Like I can't play the whole hour-plus long private live stream that Peter Sage hosted about how to protect your friends and family from the coronavirus or whatever it was called. I have to show you sections of it and then comment on it for it to be fair use. But I want you guys to understand, I'm going to give you as much context as possible, and context doesn't help Peter's case at all. So this is Peter Sage. He's a business guru. And as I was monitoring for internet marketers to kind of take advantage of the health crisis of coronavirus, one of the people that I was tracking was Peter Sage. And sure enough, pretty quickly after the coronavirus started spreading, he decided to host a webinar, a little private webinar for his followers, a little live stream, and I went in and I recorded it. And just in case, just to see what he said. And at first, his health advice was pretty run-of-the-mill.
It was in this order: vitamin C, vitamin D3, magnesium and iodine. They're the 4 supplements that I really want to, that I recommend.
Nothing absolutely crazy. And to be fair to Peter, he says he's not a doctor. He's not medically qualified, but he says it in a way that's a little bit weird.
Yeah, I am thankfully not medically qualified because, again, if you think about doctors, I don't go to a doctor if I want to be healthy because doctors have never studied health.
I'm sorry. What? Maybe I misheard you. I think you just said doctors don't study health.
Because doctors have never studied health. Right? Think about it. They are experts on illness. If I want to be ill, I'll go talk to a doctor. They know all about it.
Peter. Yeah, guys, you know where you should never go? Hospitals, because people die in hospitals. So what are hospitals like? They're like an expert at making you dead. But then one of his followers asks him about MMS.
Okay, Fiona, what about MMS? It wasn't a subject I was going to bring up.
Sure, Peter, right. You were going to bring this up.
But I'm glad you have. Only because MMS stands for the Miracle Mineral Supplement.
MMS is an industrial bleach.
All I can do here, guys, because the pharmaceuticals and the media have created such a clampdown on anybody trying to recommend MMS.
Don't you guys hate it when public health authorities say not to promote drinking bleach to people? Gosh, it sucks.
How do I say this without, putting myself in it? I love you guys. What the hell? It will kill any virus in the body. Full stop. Go Google Jim Hubble and read his book.
I think Peter was trying to help his case when saying that you should research Jim Hubble, the guy who promotes MMS. But actually, it doesn't help his case at all because Jim Hubble is quite the character. Jim Hubble believes he's from another galaxy. Like, not in the cosmological, like, aren't we all stardust kind of way. He literally believes that he's a god from the Andromeda galaxy. And what you're about to watch, guys, by the way, took me forever to find. Jim Hubble's organization has been trying their hardest to scrub these videos from the internet. If you try to look for this, it will be hard to find, but oh man, it's worth it.
There was 5 of us went to the Milky Way galaxy. We were gods that played and we built rivers. We went out and put planets in different places.
You know, just your everyday guy, Jim Hubble. He's a humble man. Just a guy throwing around planets.
We went out and put planets in different places.
You know how it is being a god and all that.
And then I asked to be put in the part of the Space Navy that watched over Earth.
The Space Navy? This guy was talking about the Space Force before it was cool. He was in the Space Navy that was watching over Earth. And that's when he decided to come help us by teaching us all to drink bleach. You know, if I didn't know any better, I would say that's a good way to purify the Earth is have everyone drink bleach. So this is the guy who says MMS is the cure-all, right? This is the guy with all the followers, is a guy literally claiming to be from the Andromeda Galaxy who got put on the Space Navy to come watch Earth. And so you might be thinking to yourself, well, surely Peter Sage must not know about what Jim Humble believes, because nobody would believe someone's health claims about industrial bleach when that same person is claiming to be part of a space navy that watched over Earth, right? Luckily for us, someone actually asked Peter and said, hey, Jim Humble claims he comes from another galaxy. What do you think about that?
Other galaxy. I believe we're all from other galaxies. I mean, in all fairness, without getting into a facetious conversation.
So yes, he knows about it, and without getting into too much of a facetious conversation, he kind of agrees. But while at first Peter Sage tiptoes around the idea that he thinks that MMS could treat the coronavirus, eventually he just comes out and says it, right?
You could cure any kind of corona-based virus within 48 hours using an MMS protocol.
Now, guys, this health information is obviously dangerous, but what's worse is telling it during a public health crisis, one where people don't have a cure and they're looking for every available option. I mean, honestly, I believe that somebody from this live stream will probably try drinking bleach after this. Drinking some, MMS, right? Like, it would not surprise me at all. I hope it doesn't happen. I'm not going to say it will happen, but it absolutely is a possibility that someone would see this guy saying, yeah, I believe that any coronavirus, 48 hours, done. If you're watching that and you have the coronavirus, what are you going to do? This stuff is absolutely terrible. Now, to be fair to Peter here, I don't want to take him out of context because he's going to say I am. He doesn't say he's a doctor. I want to be clear about that. But that's all the more reason for him to shut up. I mean, it's like all the more reason to stop giving out speculative health advice when you're not a doctor. And actually, I think Peter may have taken a flyer from Jim Humble's handbook, because actually, if you go to Jim Humble, he has a very similar thought on doctors that Peter has.
Where did you study medicine, sir?
I didn't study medicine.
Mm-hmm. You think
I'm
you know
not a doctor, and I'm proud of it.
Both these guys seem proud to not be doctors, but at the same time, proud to give you crazy, outlandish medical tips. I mean, Jim Humble, again, super humble, says that MMS will basically cure you of anything.
That cures cancer. That cures diabetes.
Huh?
That cures autism. That's what
do
you're.
all of those things, yes.
So in honor of these two men who are neither doctors but want to give you health advice that they say will cure all your problems, I want to remind you that we have a name for those people. Ready? I wrote a song for you to remember so you never have to forget. Ready? In the key of E major. He's a quack, he's a quack, he's a quack. He says he'll cure your head. He's a quack, he's a quack, he's a quack. You might end up dead instead. We all want to be healthy, but this just really ain't it. Just remember, kids, drinking bleach might get you sick. Oh, space navies might be nice, flying so high in the sky, growing planets all around, making money by the pound. But if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it might be that. He's a quack, he's a quack, he's a quack. Altogether, he says he'll kill your head. He's a quack, he's a quack, he's a quack. He might kill you instead. We all want to be healthy, but this just really ain't it. Just remember, kids, drinking bleach might get you sick.